Friday the 10th of October 2025. And come to you live from the Middle East, where right here we have these beautiful blossoming flowers and bees flying around. Look at those little beautiful bees getting their morning sun. Right? And so, yeah, live from Israel, um, where for the first time in a couple of years, it seems as though we may be ending this war with Hamas in Gaza for now. The question is it really over? Now, there is technically a ceasefire happening. It already is underway since last night after the Israeli cabinet approved of the deal that was inked in Sharm el Sheikh, Egypt, yesterday early in the morning or late Thursday night or whatever it was, between Israel and Hamas after they agreed on whatever they agreed on. I mean, I know, but if you want to go into those details, we can. But they agreed to end this war according to the Trump 20-point plan. Thing is, Hamas is still Hamas. So even though they have ostensibly agreed to giving up first the hostages and then removing themselves from power and giving up their guns, I find it extremely still probable that they will be doing everything they can to scuttle this deal at some point. And I say that because, don't forget, they do like very much the grift, right? The political leaders of Hamas. And if they can find any way to get that grift continuing, they're going to do it. And the ones who are in it for the ideology are still in it for the ideology. They still want to do all the bad things. They still want to do October 7th again and again and again and again. So it's going to take more than writing down a sentence that says Gaza will be de-radicalized. I mean, to actually de-radicalize Gaza will take no small amount of effort. It's not something you just write down and the parties agree and it's a done deal. And ooh, look, now Gaza is de-radicalized. If Gaza was so easy to de-radicalize, then explain to me all of the jihadi, genocidal songs that were being sung by Gazans yesterday after the deal was inked. Hello there. Hi, Yusuf. So it's going to take a while to de-radicalize them. Hopefully we can see that happen sooner rather than later. And hopefully there can be real peace, but I am realistic and I don't expect this to go without a hitch, unfortunately. And, well, for now, there's a ceasefire. Apparently, it's holding. And Hamas has even told the Gazan people not to approach the IDF and not to go near the borders in order to avoid any accidental flare-ups that might break the ceasefire. Hello there. I see you waving your hands. Yeah, but maybe, just maybe, if Israel and Hamas can stop fighting now, and once the hostages are returned, hopefully all of them by, now it's Tuesday apparently. Originally it was supposed to be by Saturday and then Sunday, and then Trump said, Monday, and they said, Monday or Tuesday. So apparently it's Tuesday. If they can hold it, Israel would love nothing more than to have a peaceful and prosperous um, neighbor living alongside it. But realistically, like I always said, the grifters at the top, they want to keep that grift going as long as they can. And maybe they made the calculus that they've run out of time for the grift to keep going. So maybe they're willing to back off a little bit for now. Uh, but gotta remember, it's still an ideological bunch of people. In addition to being grifters, you got a bunch of ideologists in that group. And they want nothing more than more of that awful stuff that happened. Look at this cute dog. Hello, buddy. So we're going to see. Hopefully, it will hold. As I said before from the beginning, I'm cautiously optimistic, but realistic that it will probably break. And if it doesn't, I'll be pleasantly surprised. Um, and by the way, this war ended, if it does end this way, differently than most people thought. The way that it's ending right now, with all of the different things that have happened across all the different theaters, different seven fronts. In fact, last night, apparently, I read a report that the Houthis in Yemen have signaled that they are ending the war. I guess maybe they're doing it now. Maybe they'll do it after the hostages are returned and Israel leaves Gaza. Who knows what? But apparently, they said they're ending their war. So, we can all sleep better at night. And we're having to run to our shelters when Houthi rockets come flying over southern and sometimes central Israel. Anyway, and sometimes northern actually, but very few times compared to all the Hezbollah stuff we had up here. So just imagine that all the seven fronts that were quelled in 2 years, seven fronts that nobody thought would be so easy to quell, and that everybody thought would be very disastrous for Israel, turned out to be not such a big problem for Israel. I mean, yeah, it's a terrible fight and we lost a lot of people, but much less than we had estimated in the worst case scenarios. So at least that's good. Anyway, guys, that's it for now. I'll talk to you later. Wait, what is this? No, I'm not. No, the channel. What do you mean? My channel is my name. It's definitely not an Arabic name, but that's a good question because, well, I have anyway. Maybe I'll get into that sometime in an AMA. But no, I am not Arab. Although some people call me that, and yeah, you could argue that sort of I am. My dad was born in Egypt. There you go. Now you know. So he was Egyptian, but Egyptian Jewish. So yeah, I've been called an Arab Jew many times in my life, which I find kind of funny because a lot of people think I look Russian, and I'm also not Russian. But anyway, I'll talk to you later. Shalom. Oh, sorry. Take a little basket or something. There is one. No baskets. Finally, one.